Happy Tuesday! This week I am excited to share a sneak peek of my newest Skillshare class, Bounce Letters, adding character to your hand lettering. In the class we go through all the different unique opportunities and letter combinations where you can add extra exaggeration to the dips and peaks in your own lettering. So this week I just wanted to share the trailer to the class as well as a sneak peek to one of the videos that's in the class that you wouldn't otherwise be able to see unless you were enrolled. So if you enjoyed this preview, there is a link in the video description, and if you've never tried Skillshare before, using that link you can watch the entire class for free, and you'll get 30 days of premium membership to watch any class on Skillshare for that full 30 days. So without further ado, here is Bounce Lettering. If you're a fan of lettering, chances are you've come across that bounce effect that's prevalent in a lot of lettering these days. That bounce effect adds tons of character and personality to your lettering immediately. In this class, we will go step by step, practicing different techniques and exercises to really bring that bounciness forward in your own unique lettering style. My name is Teela Cunningham, and you may know me from Waterbrush Lettering Essentials. And if you took that class, you already have a head start. You probably already have plenty of materials to practice with, and you already have a basic understanding of how letter forms are created. In this class, we'll take things one step further by looking at the opportunities to add exaggeration to dips and peaks throughout your lettering, and we'll go over different lettering combinations where the best opportunities exist to apply those exaggerations. By enrolling in this class, you'll have access to a bunch of free resources of practice words, cheat sheets, and a full resources list of everything mentioned in the class. So grab a pen and a sheet of paper. That's all you'll need for the class. Hit enroll, and let's bounce. Before we get into anything too specific, I wanted to go over my favorite writing supplies. For this class, all you'll need is a basic pen and any paper that you have on hand. So nothing fancy, but if you want to take things a little bit further, I wanted to go over some of my favorite writing utensils. So for this class, the type of pen I'm using is a Micron, and these are actually my favorite types of pens because they have a really rich black and they don't soak through the paper. Even regular printer paper like this, it won't soak through. So I really love that. So I'm just going to write out a couple of words using every single writing utensil here so you can kind of see the difference between them. So this Micron writes like this. So I'm going to do bouncy letters for all of these so you can kind of get excited and see what we're going to really dive into in this class. So that's a Micron. This is a 0.5, so 0.45 millimeter thickness for the tip. And they come in all different sizes. I like getting a variety pack because then I've got plenty of options whenever I need either a really fine line or if I want a much thicker line for my overall writing. So that's Microns. The next thing is you can actually even use a regular marker. Nothing fancy at all, and you can still get really great results. So please don't feel pressured to go out and spend a ton of money on supplies that are like top of the line, because even your basic like Crayola marker is gonna do the trick easily. Okay, so some of you might know me from the Waterbrush Lettering Essentials class where we went over all of the basics using a water brush, and this is a water brush right here, and this is a small water brush, and I love using them with either these are concentrated watercolors. I don't want to dive too deep into these. These are definitely on the pricier side, and I usually use this with a regular paintbrush, but I do use it with a water brush sometimes. But these ones are super rich, so if you don't want to do any intense color blending, then these are a great option. But I like using just these cheap Pentel watercolors, and if you took the Waterbrush Lettering class, then you already have all of these supplies, so you're good to go already if you want to take things a little further. So I just squeeze them all out and do a regular paint palette, and I'll wake this one up right here. I need to put some water in it, and this is really nice if you want to start introducing some really vibrant watercolor into your bounce letters. So this is a water brush. Yeah, we made it. Okay, so that's a water brush, and let me get the color out of this. Okay, So the last one is a water brush filled with ink, and if you don't have the ink or if you don't want to get the ink, black watercolor is also a really nice option. You're going to get some fade in here, and if you want it to be more opaque, then I would suggest the ink. But if that doesn't matter to you, then just keeping black watercolor is definitely fine. This one's a large one, so it's going to have a much thicker stroke. So this is just ink in a water brush. You can see the difference between a large tip and a small tip between these two. So these are the supplies that I typically use for lettering or bounce lettering. So in the next video, we're going to get into specifics and dive right into creating bounce letters.